Italians. It's Big Al. Welcome to another dumb sports vlog. It's official. I'm an influencer now. My wife got me one of those circle light things. Look how white I am. This is insane. It's what the world wanted, another white guy on YouTube talking about sports. Here we are. Big Al's gone Hollywood. He's got lighting. I have a microphone. I just need a better camera. I don't know. This light makes me look better. Or not. I don't know. Maybe you can really see how ugly I am. Anyway, let's get to sports. Week 3 NFL recap coming up. But first, the finals are going on right now. I didn't even know the finals were happening tonight. Someone told me they were starting on Tuesday, and it's Wednesday now. I was like, dang, they just took like 2 weeks off before the final started. But they legit started right now, and I didn't even know. Probably going to go watch this while I'm editing it. Finals preview, I'm going to take Heat in 7. Just because the Lakers are good, but the Heat beat the Bucks, the Celtics. I don't even know who else. They're so surprising. This is insane that the Heat made it this far. I'm going to take the Heat just because it's been a Cinderella story. This is like watching Butler in the Final Four or what's the freaking Virginia Commonwealth or Wichita State, watching these Jagoffs in the Final Four. This is like that. But I legit think the Heat can win this one. And I usually don't take those guys. I was like Loyola a couple years ago. I usually don't take those guys in the Final Four. But I like the Heat here. I really like the Heat. They're scrappy. Jimmy Butler's been a role player and not an asshole. And you've got Harrow's been a superstar for some reason. Bam Adebayo came out of nowhere. This Heat team's going to compete for sure in this series. I think the Heat in 7. And with the Heat winning in 7, that means the Bucks would technically get second place on the season. And Alec, how do you figure? Bucks get second place on the season because they had the best record and they lost to the champions. All right, case closed. Bucks in second place. If the Lakers win, I don't know. It's all over the place. But Bucks second place, rooting for the Heat. Baseball playoffs started yesterday, I think. And the Astros beat the freaking Twins. Way to go, Twins. They lost 18 straight playoff games, which means at some point they've gotten swept. They've gotten swept like 4 straight series in the playoffs. That's insane. But the Astros got in the wild card game they won. Why did you do it, Twins? Why did you let the Astros in the World Series? Or not in the World Series, in the playoffs. I don't care. As long as the Astros don't win anything, that's fine by me. I think everyone's rooting for the Astros not to do a damn thing in anything. Let's get to it. Week 3, baby. Not as many ACL tears, some injuries. Things went a little bit better. Some people are starting to come back from injuries. Michael Thomas is practicing again. Hallelujah. I need him in like 2 of my fantasy leagues. Julio Jones was out last week. I had fantasy football hell with Michael Thomas and Julio Jones out, and they're on my same team. They're my first and second round picks. Not having them was the worst thing that could have happened to my fantasy team. I lost to a guy that was 0-2. Now I'm 0-3. I look like an idiot at work. The dumbest shit of all time. Let's get to the games. All right. Steelers 28, Texans 21. There we go, baby. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. That's a good team. That's a good team in the Texans that gotten screwed by the schedule. They played the Chiefs on opening night. They played the Ravens week 2, so the 2 best teams in the AFC, and the Steelers defense, which is the number 1 defense from last year. Basically returning everybody. That sucks. Now, this is a game I thought the Steelers needed to win because that's a good team. We beat the crap out of the Giants, and then the Broncos, the injured Broncos, we beat them. So beating a good team like the Texans at full strength with Deshaun Watson, that was a big win for me, just thinking that, okay, we got a solid team. When things are going well, Ben's throwing well. That was the first game in like years we didn't have a turnover. No interception, no fumble. Insane. Look out for the Steelers. I'm going to talk about that later. I was going to talk about how the Titans tested positive for COVID and ruined the game, but I'll talk about that at the end. All right. Bears 30, Falcons 26. I said in my preview that the Falcons were failures, disappointments. I said the Bears are disappointments too, but the Falcons are the most disappointing team of all time. So I took the Bears. I was right about this. They were down 15 plus points in the fourth quarter. The Bears come back and win. Big Dick Nick Foles takes them home, baby. That's insane. The Falcons, Dan Quinn's going to get fired. I'm surprised they let him. Oh, they were in Atlanta. I was surprised they let him get on the plane, but they were in Atlanta. I don't know where Dan Quinn gets fired. It's got to come soon. Are they 0-3? I don't even know. If they're not 0-3, he's lucky because Big blown lead to the Cowboys. Big blown lead to the Bears. The Bears, too, not even like, feels like the Chiefs, you'd be like, damn, that's understandable. We lost to Pat Mahomes. That's okay. But the Bears, ugh, that's not looking great at all. Dan Quinn, don't get fired for Adam Gase. Adam Gase is a moron. All right. Bills 35, Rams 32. 28-3 is the worst lead to have in sports, I guess. 25-point lead. Man, the Bills were up 28-3. Josh Allen balling his face off. Love it. Making me look like a fantasy football genius week in and week out. Absolutely insane that the Rams came back in the second half and tied this game. I don't know. They got close. I think they were winning. And then the Bills win by 3 points. Insane game to watch. Just absolutely insane. The Bills are legit. The Rams are becoming the Super Bowl team that they were a couple years ago. So look out for the Rams. Things are going a lot better for the Rams. 2-1 and a close loss to the Bills. I think the Rams compete in their division. Even though they've got Kyler Murray balling out, they've got the Niner defense is so good. I think the Rams will be up there at the end of the season. Rams are looking good. The Bills are just too good. The Bills are really, really good. I don't see any team beating the Bills in the AFC. What was it? AFC East? Yeah, the AFC East. All right, Browns 34, Washington 20. I saw a lot about this because I have a lot of friends in Ohio. This is a game the Browns were supposed to win. They did, so that was good. They're not blowing games that they're supposed to blow or they're supposed to win. So now let's just see I think if you win the games you're supposed to, every team ends up at 8-8 or close to 8-8, unless you're the Jets or the freaking Falcons, I guess. If you win all the games you're supposed to, I think the Browns end up 8-8. But there's going to be these close games they need to edge out. And if they edge out like 2 or 3 close games against good teams, that's a playoff team right there. No one wants to hear that because the Browns were preseason Super Bowl champs, everything. No one really wants to see that, especially not me. Ugh. But the Browns looking good, finding their identity in the run game. Needed it all along. They cannot go away from the run game. The second they start going away from the run game, it's going to be over. They have 2 great backs. Their O-line's getting better. Stick to it. All right? If you go down in a game, that's going to suck because now you have to see what Baker's made out of. And Odell and Jarvis. They've got the weapons, but put them down late in the game. Passing situations only. See where we're at. All right? Patriots 36, Raiders 20. This was a big, not an upset, because I picked the Raiders, but I think I overreacted from the week 2 games. Well, I always overreact to everything. So the Patriots came out 2-score win on the Raiders. I thought the Raiders were legit after they beat the Saints. And this could have been we're opening Allegiant Stadium, beat up the Saints, run the ball down their throats. This could have been that, but I don't know. They just didn't look good against the Patriots. They looked good in the first half, and then the second half, it was all Cam Newton. It was all Rex Burkhead, actually, which is so random. That's why you can't draft any freaking Patriots running back in a fantasy football draft, because 1 week it's Sonny Michel, next week it's Rex Burkhead, the next week it's James White. Man, you can't take a Patriots running back. Insane game. Cam Newton doing all right. Patriots are still good. Not going to win the division over the Bills. Still a playoff team. For sure, wild card team. Will not win that division. I'd bet on that. 49ers Giants. I picked up Jordan Reed after he freaking had the 2-touchdown game, and it burned me. Why did my stupid ass pick Jordan Reed, notoriously injured, to sit there and play on a field where they just lost like 5 people, the same MetLife Stadium that they just tore all their ACLs, and I picked Jordan Reed, and he gets 2 catches and gets hurt? Why? Why do I do this to myself? Why am I such an insane person? I can't even fathom why I thought about doing that. Ugh, it's going to piss me off for a long time. 49ers win against the Giants like they're supposed to. Mullins beating the Jets and the Giants. Got an easy couple of weeks. Let's see if Garoppolo comes back this week. 49ers keep rolling at 3-0. Eagles 23, Bengals 23. It's so dumb that the Eagles tied and haven't won a game yet through 3 weeks, and they're 1 game out of first place. Washington is 1-2. Cowboys are 1-2. Eagles are in 3rd place with 0 wins, 0-2-1. And then you got the freaking Giants are 0-3. The NFC least is so absurd to me. I think a team could win 6 games and get in there. And that's just like, oh my gosh. The Eagles blew this game too. The whole time I'm watching the ticker on the bottom, the Eagles are up like 13 points at one point. Blow this game to the Bengals. Credit to the Bengals for fighting. The Bengals are putting up some fights. They fought the Browns a couple weeks ago on Thursday, and then they ended up pulling that one off, or not pulling that one off, and then they pulled off a tie against the Eagles. The most boring freaking overtime of all time. Doug Peterson not going for it on 4th down. Show some balls, dude. I mean, you're 0-2. Go for it. It's the Bengals. You're most likely going to beat them. And if you lose to them, I mean, what are you afraid of? You just won a Super Bowl. Your job's not in jeopardy yet. Come on, man. Grow some balls. Colts 36, Jets 7. Every Jets game, I feel like, is going to go like this. I wish the Steelers played the Jets again this year. The Jets are awful. Adam Gase going to get fired. What do I keep saying? Before week 6? Week 5 or week 6? Maybe not that early. People don't fire coaches that early. Should fire him now. Start looking for the next one. Start your offseason now. Get that number 1 pick ready. Are they going to draft Trevor Lawrence over Sam Darnold? We'll see. It's a possibility right now. 36-7 to the Colts. The Colts never blow out teams like that. That's insane. Even when Andrew Luck was there, I feel like they weren't just the team that blew each other out. I feel like they were the Steelers, where they were like, they played down to their opponents, where they were like, okay, we're playing the Chiefs. We win by 5 or lose by 5. Or we play the Browns. Okay, we win by 5, or we pull out a freaking last second win. Something stupid, right? They play down to their opponents. This one was a shocker to me. Panthers 21, Chargers 16. I thought Justin Herbert was legit after week 1. Week 2, when he almost beat the Chiefs, took the Chiefs to overtime, and then comes out and lays an egg against the Panthers. He gets hurt. I don't even know who their third string quarterback is. Tyrod Taylor's not coming back anytime soon. He's got a punctured lung. Man can't breathe. Bad time to have a punctured lung during COVID. Jets. Oh my gosh, I blew that. Chargers. Read my notes wrong. Sorry, America. Sorry to my 6 viewers, my loyal 6 viewers. All right, Panthers Chargers. Justin Herbert blows it. Gets injured. I keep saying he blows it. He got injured. Panthers take care of business. I like Teddy Bridgewater, but they're just not doing enough this year. Matt Rule needs to get it together. Going college to Carolina, he needs to get it together. Buccaneers Broncos. Everyone expected this. The Broncos are super hurt. Feel bad for them. I know a lot of good Broncos fans, but Tom Brady looking good. Why did Mike Evans have 2 catches for 2 yards and 2 touchdowns? That was the dumbest stat line I've ever seen. Just throwing jump balls to Mike Evans. I guess it's a good strategy, but give me some yards too, man. I need some freaking fantasy football points. Lions 26, Cardinals 23. That was a big upset for me. You never know with the Lions, man. One week they're blowing leads to the Bears. The next week they're shutting down a Kyler Murray team that was an unstoppable force the first 2 weeks. And Kyler Murray, MVP candidate. You look at Patrick Mahomes in his second year, MVP. Lamar Jackson in his second year, MVP. Kyler Murray, first 2 weeks, he was in the MVP conversation in his second year. And then to come out and lose a game like this to the Lions. Man, the Lions were the team that their coach was on the hot seat too this season. Patricia would have been gone if they would have kept losing games like they were. This was the best game of my Sunday. Seahawks 38, Cowboys 31. What a game, man. It came down to the last play. Had some wild shit happening. DK Metcalf hot dogging it into the end zone. Gets the ball swatted out. Touchback, which is the dumbest rule in sports. That the touchback or the fumble out of the end zone results in a touchback turnover. Don't even have to recover the ball. But the Seahawks pull it off. Russell Wilson should have had 6 touchdown passes, had 5. Insane game. MVP, front runner for sure right now. Cowboys are looking good. Their offense doesn't look bad. The Seahawks defense isn't great, but the Cowboys offense doesn't look bad. Ezekiel Elliott, terrible game, like 20 yards or something like that rushing. Dropped like 3 passes in a row. That shit was insane. But Seahawks looking good. NFC favorite now that the Saints are not the Saints anymore. Which leads me to that game, the Saints and the Packers. Packers 37, Saints 30. The Packers are unstoppable right now. I don't know who's going to beat them, especially not in their division. The Vikings won't. The Bears won't. The Lions won't. They'll run that division. They'll go 6-0 in that division. Easy. The Saints are such, like, I don't want to say, like, frauds, because one of the podcasts I listen to just, like, calls people frauds, but Drew Brees literally looks like he can't throw the ball, like, 20 yards downfield. There were several times in the game where it looked like he was going to cock up and throw it, and just like bomb coming, and then like he stops and then just checks it down to Alvin Kamara, which was a great game plan because he had the flipping 56-yard touchdown that was absolutely insane. And you think that Drew Brees still has it and he still throws for a lot of yards. He's not throwing down the field at all. And he needs Michael Thomas back bad. For whatever reason, he didn't throw to Emmanuel Sanders till like the end of the game when they needed freaking points. But, I mean, the Saints need to get it together. 2 losses in a row. And now they've got Tom Brady in their division. How did they beat him the first week? They've looked terrible the past 2 weeks against the Raiders and the Packers. How did they beat Tom Brady week 1? It's nuts. All right. Monday night game. What I thought was the AFC Championship preview game. Chiefs 34, Ravens 20. What happened to Lamar Jackson? Lamar Jackson, I saw a stat that was like Lamar Jackson's 15-0 against everyone not named the Chiefs, and he's 0-2 and 0-3 against the Chiefs or something like that. What happened, man? You're the MVP. Step up, take this shit over. Threw for 97 yards. That's not an MVP right there. I want to see the Steelers play the Chiefs. I think we'll lose the game, but I think the Steelers do way better against the Chiefs, and our defense slows down Mahomes a little bit. I think we lose a close game, like 20-15 or 20-17 or something against the Chiefs. But Lamar Jackson, you knew it wasn't going to last. Nothing flashy, and nothing flashy with the run game kind of lasts like that in the NFL. All right, you look at what Chip Kelly tried to bring to the NFL, the spread offense, lots of runs, lots of quick passes, hurry to the ball. I don't know. I just feel like it doesn't last. And I'm not saying the Ravens are done. The Ravens are going to have a good season. Lamar Jackson's going to have a good season. But I just feel like that was such a letdown watching that game. Because I think we all remember the Chiefs-Rams game from a couple of years ago when that was like the Super Bowl preview and the game was lit and it scored like 100 points. And we were all thinking it was going to be like that. And then the Ravens just come out and look dead. It was terrible. I didn't like watching. I think I turned it off at halftime. It wasn't a fun game to watch. Let's get a little Week 4 preview. Week 4, we're almost a quarter of the way through the season, guys. 4 weeks, quarter way through the season. It's going by so fast. I love it so much. It's going by so fast. Let's look at Thursday Night Football. Which dickhead at the NFL scheduled Broncos Jets for a Thursday Night Football game? If Drew Lock would have been healthy, and I get that they schedule it months in advance, I think in April, Drew Lock would have dominated the Jets. Easy. No problem. It's actually a game now because these might be the 2 worst teams in the NFL right now. With Drew Lock injured, Von Miller injured, the Jets being the Jets. This might be the toilet bowl. This is like the toilet bowl of this year. I couldn't think of another, maybe like Jets, Giants, but I mean, this is the worst game they could have put on a Thursday night. The presidential debate last night was way more entertaining than this game is going to be. Guaranteed, 100% hands down. I would watch that debate over again after I knew what happens instead of watching this. I don't even know what I'm going to watch. I'm probably going to watch it just because there's nothing else going to be on. I don't know if the finals are going to be on. No, that's Wednesday. Nope. Nothing else. Playoff baseball. I don't know. Baseball is unbearable until like the World Series. We'll see. Don't schedule the Jets. Stop scheduling the Jets on Thursday Night Football. Please. They had that game against the Browns a couple years ago. They always get like one weird game every year. That's their only primetime game. Sometimes they throw them on Monday Night Football. Stop scheduling the Jets. They're the new Browns. The Browns went like years without a primetime game. Do that to the Jets. Make them get their crap together so they can actually be entertaining for once. All right? COVID finally hit the NFL. I know it was a weird transition. COVID finally hit the NFL. 3 players on the Titans test positive. There were rumors that people knew that one of the players tested positive and they let him play against the Vikings. Thank God that's not true. I don't know if it is true, but thank God that's not true. I don't like what they did. They shut down the Titans facility. They found it on Monday. They shut down, or Tuesday. They shut down the Titans facility until Saturday. And now they're talking about moving the Sunday 10 a.m. game that the Steelers-Titans were going to play into Monday or Tuesday night. Tuesday night would be lit because I think there's a finals game on Tuesday night too, so that would be kind of weird. I would have to pick, obviously, Steelers. But I don't like they just shut them down for the whole week, like all the way till Saturday. The NFL should have thought of plans A, B, C, D, E, F, for every NFL team, every number of players that come up in positive. They should have had so many different plans lined out that this wasn't even a conversation. And it's insane that they didn't even. They feel like they didn't plan for this. They shut it down. The 3 players, they test the whole team. The whole team's positive or negative. Like, why even shut them down? You know? All right, those are my rants for the week. Thanks for watching. Week 4 preview probably coming Sunday morning, maybe Saturday night. Thanks for looking at my big white face, my new lights, pretty lights. All right, love you guys. Love always. Remember, Iowa sucks.